BassResinator here for another Froggy Friday. Got a new Froggy mold. Already got the eyes in place. They had these are actually amphibian eyes, which are kind of cool. They're not slits. They're not round. They're kind of an oval with a little, well, let me see if you can see through. That's an amphibian eye. See how it's sort of flat on the top and round on the bottom? So I got them in there. I have some cool stuff here. What is this? Glitter? Nay, I say. This is real Mica Flakes. Brought to you from Lisa Crow, the Crowmeister. Lisa, yeah. She saw me do a video last year. I went up to see my new grandson in the state of Washington. And when he was already a couple months old when we got there. It's too far away to just be able to. It's almost 3,000 miles up there, you know. So it's not like I'm just going to go, oh, I'll take a weekend and go drive up there. No, not happening. But when we were up there, I don't know why these lights expose all these little, and those things bug me. I got OCD, I guess. So, I got a bunch of colors over here, but I want these up in his head. This is going to be a green monster mamma jamma frog. Glitzed out to the max, but he's going to have a purple crown from this mica. Now the resin, the UV resin that I used to stick his eyes in place, I have a little bit left over on here, and I'm going to put that in there with my little silicone tool here. And then I'm just going to throw that mica in there, and hopefully it stays in place. I don't want to make a mess. Because real mica, mica powders are one thing, and you can get them, depending on where you get them, you can get them relatively cheap. Real mica? No, not so cheap. Unless you find it. That's what Lisa saw me. I went, my son said, hey, let's go take the boy for a walk. His name is Weston. Let's take Wes for a walk. And I said, okay. And as we were walking, there was a construction site where their houses, there's a bunch of new houses being built in there, new subdivision thing. And they had blasted the side of this mountain, or mountain for me, big hill for them. And there was chunks of granite with mica out, and I got some, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. Lisa saw that video, thought of me, and sent me this purple mica. So thank you so much, Lisa. Talk about happy mail. That was actually the very first happy mail I had ever received, resin wise. Okay, I got the resin in there. I'm just gonna hope for the best. And just sort of, where's that tool? Move it around. So that it will stay in place. Because it is very lightweight. It is a naturally occurring mineral. And it, depending on where you find it and what type of stone it is next to, it will have different colors. It can also be colored artificially. I don't know if this is artificially colored or not, but it's really cool looking. So I thought with the color of green that I'm going to be doing, this purple would go amazingly well. It's a green-eyed monster with 13 tails he'll feed on little dogs. I don't remember the words of that song. Dun, 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 dun. Then off to his lair each child he'll drag, each of his 13 tails he'll wag, and creep off on tiptoes. I had to sing that many years ago. I don't know if that's all going to stick. I don't know how much is going to be attached to UV resin. Move this stuff out of the way for a bit. You can't see it all, but okay. I'm going to do this for just a touch. I'll be back. I'll cure it on both sides. And anything that comes out, I will put back in the package. Yay! Cannot waste this. Guess what, ladies and germs? They all stuck in place. Coolness. Okay, Lisa, thank you so much for this. This is a lot. Now, if I wanted to, I could grind these up and make my own powder. I don't want to. I've got purple mica. But I don't have purple mica flakes except for these. And these are cool. Okay. Just to show you, I told you I was going to glitz this frog out, right? Well, of course, I got to have tropical glitz. 2 different colors. This one is Mr. Glitz Jacket. Green. Jamaican Groove. Now this, Jamaican colors are green, red, and yellow. And all of those colors are in there. But I'm thinking this mixed with this is going to cause it to be a goldish green. So that's what I'm going for. But I've got my eye candy Kiji, which is a color shift. I'm going to do that on his toes. So I will paint those into place right now. Oh, the those tropical glitz things are definitely colorful, but it's almost like a glitter. If it sinks, that's okay. But I want the rest of the resin to stay green, so I'm going to try and mix that. I may even try the Daniel Cooper trick of using some glue in there. I've got some, so I'll try it. This may seem like counterintuitive. A lot of people put glitter in the toes and not everywhere else. I'm going glitter in the body and this colorful, it's a chameleon, you know, they call it, eye candy calls it color shift. It's the same type of thing as a chameleon. So I'm going chameleon toes. Try not to get this down inside. I want the body to be colorful. Now these are metal flake, but they're very small, so they shouldn't sink. Well, they will sink. They're both 0.004 flake size. They will sink. So I want to make sure that when I stir them in there, I get a good mix. But then if I put that glue in, hopefully they'll stay floating throughout the body. I like chameleon things and color shifts. So cool. These are things we used to always wish we had when we had the old box of crayons in school. we try and mix and match our own colors and get our things going, but never could do the stuff. And then I come upon resin with different colorants. Now, when my dad did resin way back in the day, it was clear. Well, kind of yellowish now, but he didn't have molds. He just would use plastic cartons, and then he'd take them out and have to grind and grind and grind and polish and sand and polish and sand. And for what he had some really cool pieces. So now to mix up some resin, and then I gotta definitely put it into the anti-bubble vacuum chamber that I've got out in the garage. I think I will mix in these afterwards, because if I put them in that anti-bubble thing, it's just gonna come right out and, well, that noise right there that you hear outside, some motorcycle or something going by. But I think that would cause a massive overflow and spillage in the vacuum chamber, and I don't want that. So I'm going to add these and stir very carefully. I don't want to whisk them in there and cause a lot of extra bubbles, but I'm definitely going to load lots of this stuff into that resin. So I'll be back after I get everything mixed up. I decided I was going to take my chances, and I went ahead and put the glitter in there. I put in 8 pretty good sized scoops of the green and 8 big scoops of Mr. Glitz Jacket and 2 of the Jamaican McGroove. Look at that. I just have a couple more little stirs to do. Then I'm going to go try this out in the vacuum chamber. I'm probably going to have to sit there on the escape valve quite a few times, but look at that. That's without any glue in there. I don't want to... Should I put glue in now? Yeah, I'll put a couple drops in. We'll see what happens, and if that... I may never do this way again. We may never do this way again. We may never pass this way again, or something is the original song. But have no idea if Metal Flake will act like regular glitter. I'm going to put in 3 drops. Go, get off of there. We'll see. If it starts acting like mucus, then we'll know that I can sort of feel it happening. If you've never... Daniel Cooper did this. I don't know if he was the one that invented it or found it out, but he's always doing these experiments. He's really fun to watch. Yeah, it's goopy. I think going through the vacuum chamber will help goopify it some more. Making up words as I go. But I need to get the bubbles out of here. Look at that. Now that keeps the glitter from sinking. I don't know about Metal Flake. We'll find out. Okay, I'll be back. Well, I'm back. And I had to stand right there on that pressure release valve and 4 times to because it kept coming all the way up to the top. You can see the glitter all the way up on the sides. Or the Metal Flake, not glitter. Okay, now let's watch this stuff. Yep. Ooze, ooze on down the road. Dun. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Just ooze on down the road. Anybody ever seen The Wiz? It's the Wiz and he lives in us. Came out in the 70s. Michael Jackson was the Scarecrow. Diana Ross was Dorothy. Nipsey Russell was one of my favorites. He was the Tin Man. Slide some oil to me. Let it trickle down my spine. Let it lubricate my mind. They had some amazing songs in that rendition of The Wizard of Oz. Come on, move on up to the toes. It's creeping ever so slowly into the toes. Get in there. Come on now. Over here too. Come on. Okay, these are over, it's getting in over here. Let me coax it in with a toothpick. Bubble, why are you there? Get in that big toe. Okay. It coaxed it enough, I guess. Isn't that pretty? And then with that purple mica in the head. Okay, now just a little bit of torch, long-handled lighter. Don't want to stay with heat, direct heat like this. You don't want to stay in any one place too long. You will burn your resin, or you will burn your mold, or you will burn both of them together and they will fuse and you will have a ruined mold and your piece will be no good. And you will have no peace in your heart. And if anybody's ever watched those, I don't know if they call them Miss Universe. I know they have Mr. Universe, Miss World, or beauty pageants, and they have those interviews. World peace. You know, I don't mean to. Well, I do. It's funny to me, but because they always say the same type of thing, and it's like, seems like we could come up with another answer. Now, this resin is pretty good about releasing bubbles. However, putting that glue in there, I don't know. But it's looking pretty nice right now. Look at the glitter staying up on the top. And I know there's some down on the bottom. I can see through the mold. The glitter is glittering. I keep calling it glitter. Metal Flake from Tropical Glitz. Everything that I'm using is in the description box below. So if you are interested in eye candy products, I have a discount code. You can check that out. If you are interested in trying out Tropical Glitz products, I have a coupon type of thing for first-time buyers, so that could be very, very helpful. Why do I have the frog all the way over there? I'm sitting there working on him as if you can see it perfectly, and I just looked on my screen and I'm like, oh. Somebody's got some type of a sanding machine going on out there. I can hear it. Brie Reese inks, alcohol inks, Tropical Glitz. I don't have a coupon for this. I'm using T-Expert Glossy resin. I am not an affiliate with them. It would be nice if I could be, but I don't know how you get on their list. I'll even put Lisa Crow, the Crowmeister. I'll put her channel on so that you can go look at some of her stuff. She cracks me up. She's always saying, do you hate it? Do you hate it? Instead of do you like it? She does some crazy things, and you know, we all do as resin artists if we let our imaginations go. But instead of saying, what do you think? She goes, do you hate it? She just cracks me up. But yeah, thank you, Lisa, for that Mica Flakes. And we'll see how they look once I pull this puppy out. This frog out. Yeah, hoping for the best on this one. I can see that eye in place. Oh, yes. That one is there too. Let me take you down and show you. Just a second. I'll pause it. Look at that. You can see his eye through the mold. Yeah. Okay. Get a look at that. You see the little flecks of gold in there? That's that Jamaican groove. But that green is Mr. Glitz jacket. Wow. If I lived in New Orleans, I might have to break this frog out for Mardi Gras. But I don't even do Mardi Gras stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm making you seasick. Those colors. And then, who knows what that color shift powder is going to do with that color green. It's a dark enough green. It should show up really cool. We're going to be experimenting with this one. Yep. Okay. We'll see you when this cures up. This guy's cured up. And he's still green on the bottom. Shiny green on the bottom. Well, that was easy. New mold, huh? Yeah.
I'm gonna buy you a bit so bright. Frogs on parade in the moonlight. Leaping in rhythm, feet take flight. Mardi Gras magic fills the night. There's an arm spot by the shore. Color swirling, can't ignore. BassResinator drops the score. Groove so deep we crave for more. Mardi Gras frogs hop to the beat. Resin dreams make it oh so sweet. Rio Grande Valley feel the heat. In this dance we are complete. Mouse and feathers, shades of green. Cajun tunes from an old marine. Cross the river, spirits clean. Lost in the joy so serene. Mardi Gras frogs hop to the beat. Resin dreams make it oh so sweet. Rio Grande Valley feel the heat. In this dance we are complete. paints a great Cajun tunes from an old parade. Across the river, spirits clean, lost in the joy so serene. Mardi Gras frogs hop to the beat, resin dreams make it oh so sweet. Rio Grande Valley, feel the heat. In this dance we are complete. Stardust on lily pads glow in this wild side deco show. Life in colors overflow, love and laughter ever grow. Thank you, Melrose. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ooh, the anticipation is making me wait. Anybody know that song? Anticipation is making me wait. It's late 60s or early 70s. Okay, let go of that toe. What is the deal with one toe on each foot? Just there. Got, oh, he stayed green. Ready, 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 ready. Wow, look at that mica. So cool. And amphibian eyes. Woo, this guy's ready for Mardi Gras. I'm telling you, if I had a string of little tiny beads, I would be tempted to hang them around his neck. Let me check. Nope, no such luck as little tiny beads. The smallest I have are way too big. But look at that color. Look at the color of the was it Kiji? Yeah, Kiji. The color shift powder. And it has a bluish tint to it, but it also goes green. But with that green underneath, it just kept it green. So instead of it being all sparkly down into the toes, those stayed just nice. Wow. Man. And those eyes are perfect. I will have to do a little trimming around on this thing because it is a little sharp on the fingers. Can't have that, but boy, I tell you, Miss Lisa Crow, the Crowmeister. Look at those pieces of mica that you gave me. You know, there is a spot right there on this one where there's no resin, and I better not leave it as such. I have to put just a little dab. Because if that stays open like that, somebody could come along and scratch themselves and or damage the piece. Actually need to try and build that up just a touch more. But that was the only spot where there was a bubble type of defect, if it could be called that. It was just that piece of mica. It was sitting flush on the mold and didn't let the UV resin that I had underneath take the brunt. There we are. Perfect now. Yeah. Actually, there's a little tiny dot right there. Okay, this requires a little bit, just a little bit. It was that other piece of mica right there. It was just a little tiny spot. Not very big at all. But I'd rather have it pristine. Okay, now let me get it under the big lamp, and I'll be right back. And there he is, all cured up. Both spots where he had a little bit of mica sticking through, taken care of. Okay, remember this is part of a collaboration called Froggy Friday. I would encourage you to check the playlist below and go give everybody else a look-see their videos. And if you like what you see, let them know. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to subscribe to their channel as well, go ahead. I encourage all resin artists to put their stuff out there, and any help that I can send their way, I will try to do my best. Man, this... The sun is not up right now, but man, I will try and get a few glamour shots out there in the sun. But I tell you, this is a pretty glistening frog. Subscribers, thank you. If you're not a subscriber, consider it. Click subscribe. And then there's a little bell down there next to the subscribe button. And if you click that, then anytime I do something new, then you will be notified. And again, go and see the other people's in the playlist mentioned in the description. And stick around. I'll have a few glamour shots with this guy. Yeah. Okey-doke. We'll see you.